Hello beautiful people out there, it's me again. So today I wanted to come to you all today with a college / master's degree survival guide. I know it's not really a guide because I'm talking and you're not reading it, but I do want to give you all some tips, you know, into how to survive college, how to survive graduate school, how to just enjoy and do what you possibly are called to do. I know a lot of people have graduated this year, yay, or this past month or last month, yay. Hats off to you all. If you graduated high school, woo, college is ready for you. If you graduated college, woo, the real world and Sallie Mae and Stafford Loan and Direct Loans are waiting for you at the door. Okay, well, in 6 months they'll be waiting for you at the door. And if you just graduated and got your master's degree, man, that's a major accomplishment because a lot of people don't go that far. But to, you know, for you to have made it that far, more power to you. And if you got your doctorates, whew, I'm jealous much. All hats off to you. I just want to come and give you all some tips on how to survive undergraduate and graduate school. I do have 2 degrees. I have a bachelor's degree and I have a master's degree, and both experiences were totally different, but you know, through faith and never giving up and everything else that comes with being, you know, spiritual and, you know, ambitious, you know, you just keep going and you don't give up. So I wanted just to give you all some tips, and yeah, so without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, first of all, you need to decide that you're going to do it. I know some people don't want to go to college because, for one, it is expensive depending on what school you go to. They may have had a baby and they don't have that support to encourage them to go to school. You know, everybody has a reason why they don't want to go to school. It's not for me. I don't want to. I don't care for it. But, you know, with all the way society is, you know, they do say go to school, get your education, you can get a better job, better living, whatever. But, you know, college really isn't for everybody, and you'll know that, you know that before going, and then you really know once you get into it. But if you are decided to go to college, you need to decide that you're going to do it. Because it's not easy. You're going to be tested, you're going to be challenged mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. You're going to get challenged with college because you're going to a different environment, you're doing something totally different out of your comfort zone. So you're going to get challenged, and you know, it's for the better. It strengthens you, it gives you the strength to, you know, be a leader and everything else of that nature. So you need to decide if you're going to do it or not. If you're going to do it, more power to you. You will get through it. If you're not going to do it, I mean, not knock you at all, whatever, but make sure that you're doing something that you love. Nothing's worse than somebody that's not doing anything with their lives. The ones that aren't doing anything with their lives are the ones that criticize what everybody else is doing. They're the ones that are always in the most trouble and everything else. An idle mind is a mind for trouble. So that means if you have no time on your hands, that's when trouble is going to come and linger on you and use you to, you know, do bad things. But if you go to school, or if you have a nice paying job or whatever, then that, you know, that's good. But decide that you're going to go to college. Choose places that you want to go, but narrow it down to one. So I know some people know for a fact where they want to go. They want to go to Penn State, they want to go to Harvard, they want to go to Clark Atlanta. They know where they want to go. But you know, unfortunately, all schools don't accept everybody, so you want to make sure that your options are open. You know, find something else that, I mean, of course, I'm not telling you don't go to the school that you want to go to. However, make sure that you have other options just in case that one doesn't fall through. And know where you want to go to. Don't go to a school because your parents went there, or because they want you to go here, because they think it's better for you, because it's closer to home, whatever the case may be. Go where you know that you want to go. I think that was my case because I wanted to go to, of course I wanted to stay in North Carolina, go to school in North Carolina, and I wanted to go to Elizabeth City, but for one, it was too far away, and then you know, when I told my mom that I wasn't 100% sure that I wanted to go, she was like, well, why don't you go to, you know, Fayetteville State or whatever? And I was just like, what is that? I'd never heard, I'm not trying to be funny, I've never heard of it, I've never seen it, never seen any commercial about it, so I didn't even know where I was going to school at. But I just knew that my best friend was going, so I was like, okay, well, if she goes, then maybe, you know, I'll enjoy it more because I have my best friend there with me or whatever. But had I had chosen myself, like, I mean, I had my acceptance letters, I had my confirmation letters saying yes, I will be attending in the fall, and then I switched up last minute. So do I regret it? No. I mean, you know, college is what you make it. You can go to a boring school, but it's what you make it, and I think I made, you know, the best of it that I could. But if I had to do it over, I would have went with where I wanted to go, and that's just being honest. So go where you feel your heart tells you to go, and, you know, do the best that you can. Narrow it down to, like, is it a big city, big school, little city, little school? You know, choose what you make sure that everything that the reason why you're going to the school is because it fits your needs. Yes, you want to make sure it has your major. You want to make sure that you meet the admissions requirement. You want to make sure that, you know, it's something that you're going to like. Like me, personally, I prefer smaller schools because big schools, I'll be late for class trying to catch a bus or walking across 50 miles across campus. Like, I cannot do big, I can't see myself going to a big school. So both of the schools I went to, they were small. I'm glad that I didn't go out of my way to choose something big because, oh, it's a good school or this and that. I chose where I felt I was comfortable at. So, you know, make sure that your preference of what's in the surrounding areas or the school that you want to go to fits your needs, because you'll be more satisfied. Because you'll be more satisfied about your choice. Choose what you want to do and stick with it. Now, pause. Hold on, wait a minute. Disclaimer. Now, I know that some people, before they start school, they want to be something. They want to get into school, they decide that they don't want to do it anymore. Trust me, I know how that is, because I changed my major 3 times. And, you know, it's like, you know what you want to do, but it's like when you get into those classes or you realize in your heart that this is not what you want to do, it's better to choose, it's better to know that from the get-go than to keep taking these classes and classes, and then you're like in your junior year and you decide that you don't want to do this anymore, and guess what, you're gonna spend 3 more years in college. And, you know, financial aid, I think you're only eligible for financial aid for 6 years in college. So you want to make sure that you know that beforehand, not beforehand, but, you know, you want to know it earlier, so that way you won't go through all these years and it's hard, this trouble of, you know, trying to fulfill your requirements to get your degree, and then you realize down the line that this is not what you want to do. Like I said, when I first got there, I wanted to do history education. I wanted to be a teacher, so I wanted to teach history because I love learning about different cultures. I love learning about history because, you know, it sparks my interest to know how different cultures are. I guess that's why I love all types of people. And I guess, I don't know, I think the class that I took was really, really boring, and it sparked my interest. So I was like, okay, well, I hate math, I'm not good in science, so I was like, okay, well, let me do something else. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do English education. Then, not knowing that there were, you know, complications within the education program, so I was like, okay, well, they're not gonna hold me back. They're not gonna hold me back. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna drop the education part, then I'm going to just get an English degree, do lateral entry, which means you teach for a certain amount of years while obtaining your education degree. When I got out, that didn't work out, so I was just like, but, you know, all in all, you know, I'm happy with my degree. It has other venues outside of just teaching and everything else. So, you know, just make sure that you know firsthand. Make sure you choose a major that will have job opportunities, because, I mean, some people, you know, they go in wanting to be doctors, lawyers, journalists, blase, and there aren't any jobs out there. Some people are fortunate to obtain jobs before graduating, which is awesome, but some people are not fortunate to have a job once they graduate. So you want to make sure that, you know, even though you may have to wait a year, 6 months, 2 years, that there's an opportunity for you. You don't want to feel like your degree is going to go into vain, because once you get out of school, you have a 6-month deferment plan, which means after you graduate, Sally Mae gives you 6 months to get yourself together, and then she's gonna call you to get her money back. So you have 6 months pretty much to plan what you want to do according to your, you know, degree, your experience, and everything. And you want to make sure that you have possibly something lined up. That's why I recommend people doing internships while in school, do jobs, you know, do jobs that are in your field, because, you know, some people, they know that, okay, you're about to get this degree, you're about to get, you know, have this experience, whatever. So since you're already here, we might as well make you full-time. Some people are very fortunate to have opportunities like that. So I mean, make sure, like I said, make sure you know what you want to do. Make sure that you take full advantage of that, and it's something that will give you a job at the end of the day. So apply for scholarships and affordability loans to make sure that, you know, you aren't paying out of pocket, because college is not cheap, y'all. It's not cheap at all. So you want to make sure that you are getting scholarships for your hard work that you've done, and you won't have to pay those back. And also loans that have a low interest rate, because, you know, when you pay loans, you're paying interest, and when you pay interest, some are higher than the other, and you don't want to pay $182 a month and then your interest is like 6%, 7%. I'm just speaking hypothetically, and then you're paying an extra $10 or $20 plus that, so you're paying over $200 for your loan, paying that back. So make sure you choose a plan that is, you know, in your budget. So you've applied, you got accepted, you know where you're going, you know what you want to do. So here's some tips just to, you know, get through college, whether it's undergrad or graduate. Stay focused. I mean, you're going to be around new people, you're going to be, you know, in a new environment, you're going to, you know, just be in a whole, it's like Alice in Wonderland. You're just wandering, learning, and everything else. So you want to make sure that you're staying focused, know what you're doing. You know, you're not there, I mean, yep, you know, have fun, enjoy the college life, enjoy, you know, your new friends. So, you know, because these might be lifetime friends, but make sure that you're staying focused on doing your work. Don't get distracted by unnecessary drama, unnecessary people, unnecessary circumstances, because who knows, you may go through a financial, you know, situation, you may have a death in your family, who knows, but you want to make sure that you stay focused and that you get through your college years. Get involved. I mean, get involved is a great way to boost up your resume. It boosts up your you can get more experience in what you're trying to do. It, you know, it strengthens your leadership skills, and it also keeps you out of trouble, because if you're busy, you don't have time to get in trouble. So, you know, stay focused. I mean, so get involved, you know, get involved with stuff that sparks your interest. Like if you're interested in science, join the STEM club. If you're interested in sports, join the intramurals club. You know, just do something that keeps you out of trouble. Like, I mean, I was a cheerleader. I was involved in different organizations on campus. I did pageants. When I saved up enough money, you know, I joined a sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and, you know, you just want to make sure that you keep, you know, stay involved, because it'll benefit you for your future, not for just the now moment, but for your future. So get involved. Just stay away from drama-filled people, because like I said, you're meeting people from all walks of life. You don't know what they've done in their past. You don't know what kind of environment they come from. Some people can come from drama-filled homes or fighting all the time in high school. Nobody likes them or whatever, and you can't let that negative energy rub off on you, because you're gonna get distracted, and you're gonna have a whole different focus on what you are at school to do. So just stay away from drama-filled people, stay away from people that's not succeeding, people that don't do anything, that's always the clubs and this and that, but they're never in class. That says a lot. So make sure that you know who you're surrounding yourself around. And don't give up. College is not easy. Graduate school is definitely not easier. I mean, graduate school is harder, it's more tedious, it's a lot of reading, it's a lot of, I mean, it's expensive as well. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, they're going back to school. They may be 40, 50, going back to get a master's degree, or people, you know, they got married, they're having a baby or whatever. I mean, people have all types of reasons why they're going back to get their master's degree, but it's not easy. And I think that my master's degree was the most challenging thing I did, because for one, I didn't want to go back to school, so I was just like, Lord, I'm about to get this master's degree, whatever. But, you know, I made it through. I stayed focused. Like, I was all by myself. I mean, I lived by myself. I just stayed to myself. anytime I had to go to the library, I went to the library. Then, I mean, it's just been a lot of changes. I mean, I had a baby, and, you know, I thought I was going to graduate one semester, and I ended up 9 because, I don't know, it was just crazy. But I made it through. I graduated with all A's and 1 B. I mean, it was a humbling yet challenging experience, and I don't regret it at all, and I'm very thankful for the strength and the mindset to get a master's degree. So you can do it. Even undergrad's not easy, because I mean, you're busy, you're doing your work, trying to keep your grades up, trying to get involved in everything else while having fun, enjoying the college life. So it's not easy, but you can make it through. If you're there for a reason, and what you start, God will finish. So keep that in mind and know that it's not gonna be easy, but at the end of the day, when it's all over, you're gonna be glad that you went to college. Like I said, undergrad and graduate school is totally different. Of course, undergrad, you have 4 years. Master's is, you know, mostly 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, whatever, depending on your course of study. And, you know, like I said, undergrad is you're more independent, you're doing things on your own more so than master's degree. It's like, okay, this is what my career is. This is what's gonna pay me big bucks. This is what I'm going to enjoy doing for the rest of my life or whatever. And I have to stay focused. So your mentality changes when you're in graduate school, because you don't have a whole bunch of friends and everything else, unless you stay on campus. I know some housing allows graduate students to stay on campus, but you're on your independent stuff and you are more focused in graduate school than you are in undergrad. So you want to make sure that you know that, but know that you will get through it. Just know what you want to do. Just know what you're going there for. And I promise you, you will make it through. Because, I mean, a lot of people are getting master's degrees, but a lot of people aren't, for one, they're not succeeding in it, and they are giving up. They give up after the first semester because it's hard. It's really hard. Graduate school is no joke. I mean, it's so challenging. Sleepless nights, reading every freaking book in the world. Like, I mean, but it's so challenging. And then not to mention, like, if you do online, it's different, I'm sure. I don't know about the online program, but in class, you either have to do a thesis or a comprehensive exam. And if you don't pass either one of those, you're not graduating. And I know I wanted to do the thesis. No, I wanted to do the comp exam at first, but then I was like, no, let me do the thesis. That thesis came around, I was like, I can't do this. So I decided to switch, and I went back to comprehensive exam. And I mean, me and my friends, we studied our butts off. I mean, stress, just writing our notes, making sure we go back to all our information. And pretty much the comprehensive exam is everything that you learn in your major, you get tested on as a way of you exiting your program. So, I mean, we had to go back to like 2012. This was in 2014. So we had to go back to 2012, find all our notes, all our books and everything else, make sure we read everything. Like, I mean, it was a challenge, y'all, to soak up all that. I'm still trying to get my brain cells back, okay? Like, it was tough, but we made it through. I actually graduated a semester before them, and they just graduated this past May. So I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of everybody that I went to class with. I mean, that I started my program with. They're pretty much everybody that I was actually close with, whatever, they graduated this past May. So I'm so happy for them, and they made it. So yes, college is not easy. Sometimes it's not the best experience, because you're going to go through a lot. You're going to be challenged and everything else of that nature, but you can do it. Okay, you can do it. Don't let nobody tell you what your destiny consists of, because you know in your heart what you want to do. You know your heart where you want to go. So go where your heart tells you. Stick it out, make it through, and don't stop. I mean, I know everybody's saying, go get your PhD, go get your PhD. Ooh, you better hush. And I was like, I'm just not ready for that yet. I mean, you know, I feel like, let me know exactly what I want to do, and then if the need is necessary for me to go back to get a PhD, trust me, God will tell me, go get your PhD. But right now, he ain't telling me that. He ain't saying that, so I ain't listening. But you know, don't stop there. Once you get your bachelor's, if you feel the need to go advance yourself, advance yourself. And hey, you know, if you're the first person in college, first person in your family to go to college, keep going. Show your family and your friends that you can do it. And you can be the inspiration that they need to go to school and everything else. So yes, I hope these tips are very helpful. You know, I'm just trying to encourage somebody to go back to school, because like I said, I never wanted to go to school in the first place. So I just want to, you know, give those tips out, because I know I did a video before, but I'm not sure if it got like a lot of views or anything. But I just want to make sure that you guys know. And hey, some people don't have to go to college to be successful. Trust me, the way social media is and the way online businesses are like booming, you'll be surprised. But I'm not going to encourage that, because I mean, you know, everybody's journey is different. But if you choose to go to college, whether undergrad or graduate, do it. Do it. Stay focused, get involved, stay away from messy people, and don't give up, okay? All right, so that's my Let's Talk Tuesday. And let me know any topics down below that you want me to talk about, and I'll be sure to do it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all in another video. Bye.